Check on one dedicated audio stream. We're going to start our checks. Let's start with the consistory in Quebec. Consistoire de Québec et vous m'entendez? Thank you. You have us fine. Check now toward consistory Maine. This is Brussels base to consistory Maine, south of Los Angeles, California. Thank you, Frank. Let's start dedicated checks to dedicated signal systems. Seat 1. Thank you, Frank. I can hear you in the background, Miss Ann. It's quite a sensitive system. Seat number 2. Seat number 3. Proxy. Thank you. Seat number 4. Seat number 5, proxy. Give our best to Janet, if you would, please. Seat number 6. Seat number 7, proxy. Seat number 8. And Frosty, seat number 9. Very good. Now we're going to pause just for a moment, and it should sound like nothing in the final audio file, but pause for just a moment and make sure that everything has been recorded without background. Very well. To the chair of the consistory, has the deliberative process continued at the consistory since we've been on break? Yes, I know you heard me clear my throat. But people are going to be hearing all of that sort of thing, me taking a sip of coffee, clearing my throat, and even coughing. I'll try not to carry out the sneezing for too long if I have to sneeze. But this is going to be done with as few bells and whistles as possible, because we're looking finally to open up background sound. So that's just the way this is. Now, you have elected me as your chief of operations for a reason. We are holding that position for a reason, meaning myself and my staff, and we're going to be allowed the latitude to the extent that we are permitted, or to the extent that it's finally permissible by charter. Now, we have a question that was pulled up from the post-Sophie agreement, from the amendment, and it comes from the bottom, the removal of the bottom of the draft for the Sophie amendment for Chapter 7, that says, quote, 2016 saw the calendrical fulfillment of Operation Jericho. Well, we're not quite at the end of 2016 now, are we? During the closing of the time of the cycle's cross, transitioning from March 28, 2009. For worldwide safety, certain portions of that operation may only be unsealed, declassified after 0000 Zulu, January 1, 2017, as seen fit by the Chief of Operations to the active consistory of that time. Now, it's not that that is not truthful information, that it was removed from the change to the charter. The reason why it was removed to the change, the amendment to the charter, is that it was superfluous information not required, over and above what would be known at the time. And when I say at the time, I mean 2020, well after Marcia and I are probably well away from this type of work. No, we are not going to give every point as to Operation Jericho. The reason why we cannot give every point as to Operation Jericho is that it would then be known. It would be known by everyone, not just the consistory, because we're trying to open up a process very slowly, moving along with the evolution of humankind, and bring the consistory of the Majestic up to the present. That means we're trying to gradually increase transparency. And it has not felt gradual to the members of this consistory. I understand that. Yes, to the echelon podium, I understand there is disagreement as to continuing even the audio, which is why we're making sure that background information, background noise, is not bleeding through at this time. Forget the music that we play over the PA for copyright issues and all of that. We understand. Marcia, and if I may speak openly for you, myself, our staffs completely understand the worries and concerns that don't exist for many of the members on the SOA side. Yes, SOA podium. I'm sorry, Jared, if you'd like to. Yes, we're going to continue to the point that it's permissible. And thus far, this is the permissible open live commentary. Now, this is also it's freeing me up in my commentary, as I know that there is the transcription service is still working, but working at his pace. And it's opening my commentary up so that it can be a little freer at the same time. I think that's a good thing, and I think that it's a good thing for the consistory as well. Don't you? Thank you. Moving right along.